Oh dear. No. Not she. Actually, I play this keyboard and mouse. Right. So we found some more ways, and now we are going through several places to find clues, I guess.
Who owns the van?
Damn. 5 bonus points if you get it.
The Matsushita family. It appears as though it was used for transporting ingredients and supplies.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car!
Ota's fingerprints were found on the steering wheel and gearshift. Iris's fingerprints were found around the passenger seat. Those were the only prints recently made.
Okay.
Was there anything else found inside the car?
There was one thing.
What was it?
Ota's cell phone. The one he purchased 2 days ago in Akihabara. It slid under the driver's seat.
Where's the phone now?
Its data is being inspected and evaluated.
The van owned by the Matsushita family. Yeah, you're basically repeating exactly the same thing we just heard. Police officer asked him about the investigation, but there's no progress.
This station wagon is a stolen car.
Stolen?
Last night, the owner of the vehicle reported it stolen. It was stolen at 10:33 p.m. yesterday. The theft occurred in Fuchu, Tokyo, in the parking lot of Famisto, a convenience store along Koshu Highway.
The Famisto parking lot, huh?
The car was stolen while the owner was shopping inside the store. The vehicle's engine was on. The doors might have even been unlocked, which would have made the theft easy for the culprit.
Why? Why? Why would you drive in a car to a grocery store, get into the parking lot, leave the engine on, the keys inside, and then you go into the grocery store to buy groceries? Why would you do that? Even in Japan, why would you do that? Do it once. Global warming a little bit faster.
Who took the car?
Ota Matsushita.
Huh? How does that work? He came in this car with her. Why did he steal this car?
What?
Ota got into the car and drove off.
Okay.
The security cameras at the convenience store caught the entire incident.
Why?
Ota's fingerprints were also found on the steering wheel of that car. There is no doubt that it was Ota.
The stream of the polar bear started around 3 a.m.
Correct. About 10 minutes later, Ota appeared on screen.
Ota stole the car at 10:33 p.m. That makes 4.5 hours until he appeared on screen.
I cannot find anything in the vicinity that could be a clue.
Huh? I mean, all of this makes not much sense at the moment. So basically, she and Ota arrived in the car on the right. Then what? They went inside this warehouse. She got killed? Not actually killed, but like her left eye taken, put on a bench. And Ota then went away to steal a car, the one on the left side, to drive here and then show up on the stream trying to save Tessa. This makes not much sense at all.
Me either. Let's check inside the warehouse.
How strange.
Wow, it's cold in here.
The air conditioners have stopped. However, the insulation in the walls has kept the room temperature close to what it was this morning.
I should finish this investigation before I freeze to death.
Well then, you had better get started.
That must be Ota's ketchup. That's where he was stabbed and went down. Okay. Why do we ask some of these things like, do you have a family? What?
No, nothing so far.
Any clues was the question, by the way. Do you have family?
No, unfortunately I live alone. With a job like this, I don't really get the chance to meet new people.
Once this case is wrapped up, how about you and I go to a cabaret club together?
Hey, now you're talking. You're buying, right?
Sure, I'll expense it.
I recorded that conversation. I will be sending it to the boss later.
On second thought, why don't we split it?
Aw, lame.
We see each... What does it even say? Let me... We see each other a lot, don't we? Don't we?
Yeah, wish it were under better circumstances. Too bad you're not a girl. This could be the start of something.
Huh. Yeah, thinking the same thing.
Just be gay. Problem solved. Any progress on the investigation?
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Aren't you cold?
Yeah, some engineer from NRIPS created a jacket lined with heating wires. That keeps me warm. Nice, right? All the cops and inspectors around here are wearing them.
Weird. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. I asked the cop on the scene and he said it wasn't anything special in them. There's a dark spot over there. What? Shadow. What?
It's dark over there.
Is it of concern?
Yeah, but without some light, I can't see.
I am perfect for times like this.
Huh, there's something there.
You should go pick it up.
Huh. I recognize this.
An Odoroki Man chocolate.
Japan like, we need a mascot. Develop one. It looks horrible. Perfect. It's for children.
You've been collecting them for 3 years. Each chocolate contains a special sticker inside. Years ago, you started buying them for Mizuki, but eventually, you got hooked on them. Even after Mizuki lost interest, you kept buying them.
That's a bittersweet memory. The Odoroki Man chocolate. Why is this here?
Perhaps we can use it as a clue. Let's investigate further.
Hi, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Oil
It
drum.
really does look like Reika from that cabaret club in Nakamaguro.
What part of her looks like a metal tube?
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse.
Why does a warehouse have Wi-Fi?
Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
The tires of the forklift are clearly frozen to the ground.
It hasn't been moved in a long time. What are you thinking?
Nothing. It just seemed noteworthy.
Stop. Yep.
That machine is used to cut ice. We have gathered testimony from the workers regarding it. This has always been in the warehouse, so the suspect did not bring it here.
Any fingerprints?
Nothing. No fingerprints have been found at the scene at all. This entire warehouse is clean.
I see.
Gesundheit.
It's freezing.
Date, we're at our limit. We've examined everything of interest here. Let's go elsewhere.
I agree.
Okay. I actually want to go here first. Oh no, not the street.
Are you okay?
Date.
The nurse told me you were here.
Yes, just resting. Iris's surgery was successful. They told me she would be fine. After I heard that, a weight left my shoulders and I just collapsed.
It seems that she passed out and was brought here.
Yeah, the nurse told me.
But I'm fine now. I feel much better.
About your alibi.
Hitomi, what were you doing around 3 a.m. today? I don't mean anything by it. I'm just doing my job.
I was sleeping at home. The police came and picked me up around 4 a.m. That's when I heard about all this.
Her testimony matches what was in the investigation material.
The cops came to pick her up around 4?
Correct.
How long does it take to get from Hitomi's house to the warehouse?
20 to 25 minutes by car.
And the polar bear ran out of the warehouse at around 3:15?
Correct.
If you're fast, you can just make it.
Do you suspect Hitomi?
Not necessarily, but...
About Iris. Okay, I pressed
So,
wrong.
Sejima? The politician?
I guess we asked about Sejima.
Yes. We believe they might know each other.
I don't think so.
Okay, about Iris.
Iris lost her left eye. They haven't found it yet. If the optic nerve and blood vessels are intact, they told me they might be able to restore it. But I'm thankful she's alive. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had. While I was waiting for news from Iris's surgery, I started thinking about Monica. And I felt like I was going to lose my mind.
That must have been very painful.
Yes.
About Ota.
I am so thankful for Oda. No, words don't even do it justice. Oda saved Iris, didn't he? I heard the police talking about it. If Oda didn't go to the warehouse that night, Iris would be dead. I really don't even know what to say. It's frustrating that there isn't a bigger word for thank you.
Yeah, still about Oda.
Oda was actually one of my students. I was his teacher in elementary school. Even back then, he had such a strong sense of justice. Not that I'm one to say, but I believe he grew up to be quite an amazing young man. He risked his own life to save someone else. His mother must have raised him well.
It's a table. Equipment. Don't think there's anything noteworthy here. A window. Yeah. Say goodbye.
Sorry for asking you so many questions at a time like this.
No, it's fine.
I should go.
Okay, let's go to Sejima. This sequence is completely unnecessary. But okay.
How did you get in?
I walked.
Hopped over the fence.
And then I walked.
That's trespassing, you know.
My baseball landed in your backyard. I was just trying to get it back.
He actually likes that we do this. That we lie into his face. What a bitch. Let's talk to Mr. I'm so fancy. Do you know Iris Sagan? Sagan? I would say it's Iris Sagan.
No, it's this girl.
Showed him the picture of Iris I had.
Cute. What was that? Nothing. You just said cute, didn't you?
I did not.
You did.
Did not.
Did?
I said shoot.
Why would you say shoot?
Look, I said I don't know her, all right?
About So's alibi.
Congressman Sejima was at home all Friday and Saturday.
How about from last night until this morning?
He was in his bedroom resting.
Can you prove that?
My word should be enough.
Iba, are there any security cameras in the mansion?
There are several, but for some reason, they are all powered off. There is no image data for the past few days.
Really? That's too suspicious to ignore.
What's your boss's relationship with the Kamakuras?
I don't know anything. Even if I did, I couldn't tell you. I'm sworn to confidentiality.
My bodyguards are free passes. I use them from time to time. Where were you at 3 a.m. this morning?
Here, sleeping, of course. Why? What happened?
Did you not see the news?
No, I've been reading a book. I don't know what happened, but whatever it was, I had nothing to do with it.
Do you know Iris Sagan?
I don't. Who is that?
Showed him the picture of Iris I had.
This girl, do you recall seeing her?
No, I've never seen her.
I detect no noticeable rise in So's body temperature.
This guy's a politician. Lying is his job.
Well, true.
I've never seen her, but I know her mother. About your connection with the Kamakuras.
I told you yesterday. My relationship with them is perfectly legitimate.
Hey, Aiba. You were still in the middle of the story about So selling and buying the Kawasaki land.
Oh, we can continue that later.
Are you finished here?
I'm just getting started.
You won't get anything, no matter what you ask. So Sejima has nothing to do with your case.
It's my job to decide that, not yours.
Okay, I didn't want to get rough. But if I need to, I'll feed you to the koi.
Not to the coin. Nibble, 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 nibble.
I'd like to see you try.
Date, he's not all talk.
What?
Check his body.
He is a man in black. I'm looking at him on his bones. Why is it concentrating on his groin? Yeah, it's a gun. So what?
This guy has a handgun.
It is, of course, real and loaded.
So you're carrying, huh?
What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. I should have you arrested for firearm violation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The gun you have on you.
I don't have a gun.
I know that you do.
You got a way to prove it?
I could search you.
Oh yeah? How? You need a warrant for that.
Are you finished? If you are done here, I'd like to ask you to leave.
Date, I don't believe we can accomplish anything further here. It's better for us to return to HQ.
This is why I hate politicians.
Makes sense. Let's go to our home.
Hey, Mizuki, could you take a break?
She's still weightlifting that shit. She's weightlifting 100 kilograms with those chopstick arms.
I want to ask you something.
I still wonder how she's doing this. She is not very reactive, I have to say. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is really meant only to talk to Mizuki. Yep. About Ota and Iris. That was very informative. Let's try this again. About the fishery. Okay, I see. You're mad at me, aren't you? Wow. I've never seen more childish behavior. Where's the officer who dropped you off? apologize to Mizuki.
Listen, I get it. I'm really sorry, Mizuki.
Mizuki. Not Mizuki. Mizuki.
Yesterday, I went to meet up with the Yakuza gang. The Kumakuras. Remember Mama said Renju had some connection with them? So I went to question them. But of course, I couldn't take a little girl with me. You understand, right?
I'm not afraid of any Yakuzas. I'd make their hearts stop beating in 3 seconds.
Girls shouldn't talk like that.
That's awfully sexist of you.
I agree. That is awfully sexist.
This is why no one thinks you're attractive.
I'm attractive.
Uh-huh, keep telling yourself that. That's why you haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years.
My girlfriend is a ninja. You know, she's just hiding in the shadows.
Sure. So what do you want to ask me anyway?
Where's the officer who dropped you off?
Where's the officer who dropped you off?
I told her to go home. I said I would call her to check in.
Okay.
Why are you disappointed? Did you want to meet her?
It's not like that.
You wanted to see her boobs? I thought you were more into small boobs, pervert.
I like big boobs too.
I suppose you are what they call a tit man.
This game is killing me at some point. Oh no, he's a tit man. When was his ass face? About Okiura Fishery.
Okiura Fishery is a company Grandpa made. I don't think Daddy had anything to do with it, though. Grandpa died 17 years ago. Someone else is running that company now. They aren't family.
What kind of person was your grandpa?
I never met him. He died before I was born. But Daddy did tell me stories.
What kind of stories?
Back when Grandpa was in Great-Grandma's tummy, she was on a passenger ship that got shipwrecked in a storm. She had to have the baby out on the ocean.
On the ocean?
Yup. And then Grandpa was raised by dolphins.
Huh?
By the time he was 10, he was catching fish with his bare hands. And then Grandpa got up on land and learned language and culture and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did he learn to swim as fast as a dolphin?
And then he decided to start up Okiura Fishery.
For revenge?
Sounds like a tall tale.
Yeah, Grandpa was a legend. All the fishermen and sailors respected him.
That can't be true. There's a part of me that's thinking maybe. After all, Mizuki herself seems superhuman. Yeah? I'd believe her grandpa was an incredible man. About Ota and Iris.
I saw the video. The one at 3 a.m. last night. Ota is amazing. I'm changing my mind about that guy.
Iris and Ota came out of it okay. They'll both live.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Say goodbye.
Thanks for talking with me, Mizuki. It was helpful.
Was it?
I have to continue the investigation, so...
Wait, you're leaving me again? I'm coming with you.
No.
Why?
I can't involve you. This might be dangerous.
It's okay, I'm strong. You know how strong I am, right? You were the one who knew how special I was before anyone.
It was 1 year ago. I noticed something strange when Mizuki came home from school.
Hey, what happened?
She has a beard. No,
Who did this to you?
Some kids at school, 5 or 6 of them. They said I was a weirdo because I don't live with my mom and daddy. And they teased me. And I got mad and I told them to go away and they hit me.
Tell me their names. I'll teach the little punks a lesson.
Date, wait. Adult intervention will not solve this problem. Mizuki has to deal with this problem herself.
Mizuki, come on. It's time to train.
What?
I'm gonna teach you how to kick their asses. We're starting right now. Get ready.
Then I kicked her into the stomach.
Why the shrine?
Don't do that.
The shrine is the perfect place for special training.
It is?
You feel better when you train in quiet, serene places like this.
By the way, random fact, I know I'm never doing that kind of thing ever. So, I had a friend back in school who was doing Kung Fu. And not like some, I teach Kung Fu teacher, it was an actual good Kung Fu teacher. And yes, in Kung Fu you have these wooden puppets for training, even there. And yes, you do training just as you might have seen in other Kung Fu movies or somewhere, where you basically like do stances and attacks and defenses, and the wooden puppet is just a representation of arms and legs. So yes, you smash actually your arms into these wooden arms, and the wooden arms don't break. That's like solid wood. And it is interesting. It actually does make your bones stronger, because my friend had that and was like demonstrating like, here's my arm, and it's really like, holy shit. It's crazy.
Sure, whatever.
First, I'm going to teach you 4 secrets to becoming stronger. Follow these 4 rules, and you will acquire power beyond your wildest dreams.
First, believe in the heart of the cards. Secondly, believe in the hearts of humankind. Thirdly, demand the energy of the humans. And fourth, throw your Genki Dama with feeling.
Date, are you playing a character or something?
I'm not Date. While we're in training, I am Master.
First rule of martial arts, gun wins every time. I wouldn't say every time. Depends how far the gun wielder is from you. The fun part, I feel like, is martial arts is good. Nothing wrong with it. There are many different kinds of martial arts, but the interesting part is that if you learn Kung Fu, then Kung Fu is good against Kung Fu, but you will not really be very successful against karate, for example, or any other martial arts. Like, you don't learn one martial art and then you are able to compete and win against other martial arts, because they are all different. Sure, you still can somehow make it, but not by default. Like, you cannot by default say like, yeah, I learned Kung Fu and therefore I'm going to take out any other one who has trained in a different martial art. That's an interesting fact that I didn't know about for a long time. The key to victory is to kill the heart. I just want to hear what that...
Like, when you get into a fight, aim for the heart?
No, it's the opposite. You must kill your own heart, Mizuki.
What do you mean?
If you are going to fight, you must suppress any mercy or emotional attachment. If you have even a mote of sympathy within you, it will be impossible to fight to your potential. Do not think of your opponent as a man. Think of them as a target, a punching bag or a board.
Just a punching bag. Huh.
And that's how she murdered her first victim. Mental preparation is important.
In a fight, you must first be victorious in your mind.
Like thinking I'm not gonna lose?
Exactly. I do the same mental preparation before going to a strip club.
I'm going to lose my clothes.
Before I go in, if I tell myself that they're all out of my league, then they will be. The mental fight has begun the moment I put my hand on the door.
Yeah, I see.
The teaching of his parental side is very questionable.
Actually, no. That's stupid.
Being quick to act is crucial.
Mizuki, do you know how to win any fight against any opponent?
Don't get in a fight in the first place?
That is a respectable answer. But no, the way to win any fight is this. Hit them first, and hit them hard enough to finish them.
I kinda get it, but...
Of course, I'm not saying that's how you should behave.
One punch! I'm sorry.
But thinking about this will make a big difference in a real fight.
Yeah, okay, I get it, but... Seriously, Date, are you like acting or something?
Not Date, Master.
The harder you rip out their head from their body, the faster you win and lose. Your everyday life is of dire importance.
What? Why?
The best training you could ever have is to be mindful during your everyday life. Diet and exercise form a strong body. And if you are always maturing intellectually and emotionally, you will always be able to anticipate your enemy's first move.
I get it. But you're so messy. Does that mean you can't fight?
Hark, the blowing of the wind through the trees.
You can't just say something cool to avoid my question.
Anyway, practice these 4 truths, and you will get stronger.
This sounds like a scam.
Believe in me.
Believe in the hearts of the game. Yes, the hearts, not the cards, the hearts.
If you do as I say, you'll be thanking me in time.
Are you sure?
Alright, how about we do a baseline test? Show me what you've got.
Huh?
Let's see. How about you throw a punch? I can guess your strength from that.
If you say so, I'll give it a shot.
And then he died.
First, close your eyes and concentrate.
Like this?
Exactly. Then, punch forward.
Hey!
What is this?
Huh?
Yes, this expression.
How is that?
What is this girl?
You don't have to be nice. I know I'm weak.
Hey, by the way, did you swing back at those bullies?
No, I didn't do anything. There were a bunch of them. I didn't think I could.
I see. She doesn't know her own strength.
I suppose not.
Mizuki, let's just say I think you should be more confident in yourself.
Really?
But never ever strike your master. That is a must.
You can't,
Yeah, you're right.
can't tell me that she's human.
In fact, you're so strong you scare me sometimes.
Well then,
No, I can't take you with me.
why not?
Because I took responsibility for you. I promised Renju. I can't put you in danger.
That's not fair. Bringing up Daddy.
Iris and Ota feel the same way. They don't want you hurt either. You have to understand, Mizuki. If I need your help, I'll let you know. When the time comes.
Really?
Yes,
Promise?
I promise. Let's go, Iva.
Where to?
Back to the headquarters. What is going on in this game?
Before we reach HQ, let's summarize our investigation so far.
One second. About so.
There is only circumstantial evidence linking So Sejima to the new Cyclops serial killings.
I agree, but there has to be more to it. The Kumakuras had connections to both victims. So has a connection to the Kumakuras. There's a common link there. They have to be involved somehow. So also might have connections to Iris.
Because So appeared in Iris's Somnium?
Yeah.
And maybe because So had contact with Hitomi. I'm not sure if this is a point in this timeline. About So.
I am more interested in the hired guns that So uses as bodyguards. I did some research and discovered that Mr. Sejima hires substantial security. If all of his security staff are this heavily armed, Yakuza gangs pale in comparison.
Is So trying to start trouble?
I'm a bit confused because, sorry, because she says like heavily armed. He has a handgun. That's not heavily armed. You do understand, like heavily armed is something like they have an AK, they have like a pump gun, or they have multiple guns. That's heavily armed.
Unknown, but there is definitely more than he is letting on.
About Mayumi.
Mayumi is suffering from dementia. If Mayumi followed Ota and Iris, it is highly likely that she saw the person in the polar bear costume. But...
She might not remember.
correct.
About Mizuki.
Mizuki did not have any new information about Okiura Fishery. Currently, it seems there is nothing linking that company to Renju.
Still, something's not right.
Any other information?
There is an important piece of news.
What is it?
The Odoroki Man chocolate found at the warehouse. Fingerprints were found on it.
Whose?
Mayumi Matsushida's.
What?
What?
My words.
Mayumi bought the chocolate at the convenience store 812 on Koshu. This was captured on security footage. 812 stores are commonly called 8s. 8 is not far from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
8, 12, because they couldn't use 7-Eleven.
Hold on a second. I'm having trouble keeping the facts straight.
Allow me to summarize.
Please.
The chocolate was purchased yesterday at 10:33 p.m.
Sorry?
That's the same time Ota stole that car.
Correct.
What conclusions can we draw from that?
Unknown. All that is known for certain is that Mayumi bought the chocolate at an 8 store last night. And that same chocolate somehow ended up in the warehouse.
Did she go there and drop it?
It is possible.
Well...
Sorry to interrupt your brainstorming, but there's a call from the boss.
Connect me.
Date, did you hear that Iris's operation is over?
Yeah, I heard about it at the hospital. She made it, right?
Yes, but she's still unconscious. She's currently in the ICU. No visitors allowed.
All right.
Ota, however, seems like he can talk now.
He's out of treatment?
Yeah, he's in a general ward now.
Got it. I'll head over.
I'll meet you there.
What is Ota's mother doing? Like, how is she involved? It's clear that she has some involvement in this.
How are you feeling, Ota?
You know, surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty good.
You will not say the same thing down the line because... yeah, it's not a good thing getting stabbed, and yeah, usually you will feel that down
I'm
the
still
line.
under anesthesia, so I don't have any pain.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Ota, I'm sorry to put this on you right after your surgery, but can you talk to us for a minute?
Boss got right to business after introducing herself. She is also involved in all of this, somehow. I don't know why, but Ota seemed almost happy to answer. Maybe it was the drugs, maybe it was the high from surviving a life or death situation. Or maybe it was because he saved Iris.
Yeah, sure.
Why did you come here?
I'm kind of interested in Ota.
In me?
You protected the woman you love. That's not easy to do. I wanted to meet the brave little hero.
Hero?
Little? I'm 24.
To me, you're still little.
Anything you want to ask Ota?
I'll leave this to you, Date.
Did you find any new clues?
If I did, I would have told you already.
About the walk.
Oh yeah. You hit me over the head with that walk, didn't you?
Oh, that was... I thought I needed to protect Tessa, so...
Isn't there something you want to say to me?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But you're not gonna get a second chance.
I won't do it again. I swear on Ganesha.
On Ganesha. What is this? Suddenly we become an Indian game? Why on Ganesha?
You should swear to a god that's a little closer, kid.
I swear to Satan. Wait. Did you hear about Iris?
Her surgery was successful, right?
Yeah, thanks to you. If you weren't there, Iris would have been in real trouble.
I'm Tessa's biggest fan. Any fan would have done what I did.
No.
It's nothing special. It's as normal as garlic and ramen.
Not every ramen has garlic in it.
I think that depends on preference.
Honestly, I'm a little bit scared of my new power. When I locked eyes with that polar bear, I saw him start shaking. He saw how strong I was and got scared, no doubt.
Ota's body temperature is rising.
He's embellishing his story quite a bit.
I think we can let that go today.
Yeah, you're right.
Who stabbed you?
Were you watching the stream?
No.
A big polar bear.
Yes, I'm talking about who was inside. Did you see them?
No. Whoever it was probably wearing that costume to hide their identity.
About that thing on Nile.
That's... Sorry. I promised that I wouldn't tell anyone.
Then I'll tell Iris about your fake accounts. You know what happens after that, right? Everything you built up here is gonna come crashing down.
But I can't tell you.
Why not? Calm down and think about it. The criminal who attacked Iris is still out there. Iris might have seen the criminal's face. Whoever did this might come back to kill her.
No.
If you want to protect her, the fastest way is for us to catch this guy. But to do that, I need information.
Okay.
Let's start in a more logical fashion here. What happened after you left Matsushita Diner?
You mean after hitting you with the walk?
Yes.
I took Tessa in the van and we ran away. I drove for a while, then we decided to take a breather. I parked the car at Famisto on Koshu.
Wait. So, you did that. You went there with this car. You parked it there. And then you stole the other car. So why was this car as well at the warehouse? That means someone took this car instead and drove after them. And it was his mom? What's wrong with him? I mean, in general. Fangirl. Fangirl. Mostly fangirl. Otaku. If you want to call that wrong. The worst kind. I'm actually, like, that is not really, like, the weird part about Ota. I'm more always, like, kind of confused with Ota because of this. You know? He often has this expression on his face where his eyelids are like here and one is like lower. Like he gives you like this weird facial expression, but he's talking to you in a normal manner. And that is kind of what I feel like is odd about him, not like his weird obsessions.
I told Tessa I was gonna go in and buy something to drink. I got out of the car, and I went inside. But then, I heard Tessa screaming, "Ota, help!" I ran out of the store as fast as I could.
Oh, so whoever kidnapped Tessa did it with this car, and out of panic, Ota stole the other car.
But the car was driving away! I looked around, and I saw there was a car with its engine still on, and...
The station wagon, right?
Yeah. Before I even realized what I was doing, I was behind the steering wheel. I didn't mean to steal it. I just needed to borrow it.
The time was 10:33 p.m. Now we know why Ota stole the station wagon.
Okay, that makes sense. After stealing the station wagon,
I took the car, then drove out onto Koshu, but I couldn't find the van anywhere. I searched for what felt like hours.
You didn't contact the police?
I thought, after I hit you...
You shouldn't have worried about that.
But that's all that I was thinking at the time. I thought that if I called the cops, they'd arrest me.
see this expression. This expression, this expression. This is weird. Why is this happening in his face? Like, a lot. Like, it gives me almost the impression that he had some kind of accident in the past that basically, like, weakens, like, some muscles in his eyes, where he involuntarily, like, makes this expression. Of course, I might just read too much into it. I just find it weird that they gave this character this kind of look randomly in conversations. It's just strange.
I wasn't thinking clearly. I was panicking. And that's why I didn't realize it right away.
Realize what?
My phone. I left my new phone in the car.
Why is that so important?
Because the phone had GPS on it. If I looked it up, I would find the location of the van.
Smart.
So I drove as fast as I could to an internet cafe and looked it up.
That only works if your location is on.
That's when I found out my new phone was at a warehouse near the water. You know the rest.
Okay, let's hear after running into the warehouse.
Did you see me turn off the saw?
Yeah, but everything after that was off screen. What happened?
I honestly don't remember much. My mind went blank. I remember rushing the bear, and I think I was fighting him for a while. And we got tangled up, and then before I knew it, he got me in the stomach with a knife.
The identity of the polar bear.
Just to make absolutely certain, you didn't see who was in the suit?
No, I didn't.
Voice? Body type?
Nothing. Sorry.
Anything at all you can remember?
I'm sorry, I told you everything. I can't think of anything else.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Date, look.
Oh, come on. After all this, what is he trying to hide?
About that thing.
Remember when I told you about my day Saturday? I kind of lied a little.
What did you lie about?
When I got to Sunfish Pocket, I saw a sign that said the place was all rented out. That part is true. But after that, I said I went home, but I didn't. I was hanging out in Akihabara for a few hours.
Is that when you bought your new phone?
Yeah.
Why did you hide that?
Because something happened after. This must have been about 8:50. I was going to cross the intersection in Akiba, and I saw Mr. Okiura's car at the light.
Mr. Okiura. Who was Mr. Okiura? Oh, yeah, okay.
But when I got close, I saw Tessa driving it.
Yeah, because Renju went to Tessa's home when she was live streaming and she went with him somewhere. That's why he saw that.
Iris was driving it?
Iris? Tessa?
Whoa, you surprised me.
I'm more surprised than you are.
Ah, Tessa is the same thing. Mm.
Is something wrong?
What do you mean? Hey, Tessa, do you have a license?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. Not have one.
You don't have a license?
Shh! Mr. Okiura asked me to run an errand. I had to borrow his car. Please don't tell anyone.
Okay.
You promise?
I'm actually more surprised that she actually can drive a car when you never drove a car before and you have no instruction how it works. And even then, you need practice to not drive like a madman.
Anything for you. After that, the light turned green and she drove off.
Was Iris the only one in the car?
Yeah, it was just her. That's what I meant by that thing. And idle driving without a license is a huge deal. So I kept quiet.
Continue.
Saturday at 6:15 p.m., Ota saw Iris and Renju together. They were leaving the Sunfish Pocket building. 2.5 hours later, Ota witnessed Iris driving Renju's car. What are your thoughts?
This is sounding really bad for Iris.
But consider the current circumstances. Iris had her left eye taken out by a criminal who is possibly the new Cyclops killer. And if Ota had not reached her in time, she would have been killed.
What is going on here?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's also weird because Renju was also killed in Sunfish Pocket. Which now points like the finger at Iris. Because she had a car, so she had the means to transport beer barrels. But why would she kill Renju? That's the weird thing. That makes not much sense. About Odoroki Man Chocolate. It's gonna be interesting. Hopefully. I took the chocolate out of my pocket and showed it to Ota.
Does this jog your memory?
Oh, that.
What? Do you know something about it?
Yes, he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't have reacted like that.
You don't have to show me the thermograph. It's written all over his face.
Absolutely. Date, Ota is acting strange. I advise caution.
What do you mean?
Why does he have a knife? Why is the X-ray only going through the blanket but not through the rest of the body? What in the X-ray?
I don't believe it.
He's holding a knife.
Why does he have that?
In any case, you know what you have to do now.
I know.
Let me go! Let me go!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Shut up! Just let me go!
Sleeping gas. Now you've done it. I can't question him like this.
But you can still get information inside his head.
Ting, 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 ting.
Dante, as you know, the limit is 6 minutes. Please, do not go over it.
Won't be a problem. But are you sure this is okay? Ota just came out of surgery.
If anything happens, I'll take responsibility.
But...
It's fine. Just get it done.
Good enough for me.
Should have done this before he walked you. Here's the other thing. What we are doing is illegal. Ota didn't give his consent to do this.
Can you please take me with you? As long as I have Wi-Fi, I don't need anything else.
Sorry, we can't have pets.
Cold-hearted old man.
Is this the cold storage warehouse?
Seems to be.
Not a manga cafe? Or an otaku shop?
No, but a warehouse is a commonly used location in live-action dramas.
You know a lot.
Predicting this, I did some research on Ota's taste.
I see. By the way, are you smaller?
Either that, or everything else is bigger. Interesting.
Hey, that's...
A furry. The deadly furry appears.
Iris is about to be...
Stop right there! The heavens call. The earth cries out. The crowds roar. All calling on me to strike back against evil! Hold on, Tessa! I will save you!
Kamen Rider, go! Or Power Rangers. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah!
Okay. He's pretty delusional.
I will protect Tessa!
Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
This is Ota's memory of it. It appears to be a bit exaggerated.
Just a tad.
Alright, let's help reproduce the memory.
Somnium scan, activate!
Okay. The puddle. The body. The polar bear. The dog. Reproduce the fiery battle between Ota and the polar bear. Save Iris, save the world.
Curse you, polar bear! I will vanquish you! But if I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall! Like this. Ah! Ah!
No, Luffy, what have you done?
If I go in like that, I'll have nothing to show for it! All of it amounts to nothing. What will I do?
Walk around it. I know, it's a very strange and unproven concept. God damn it, Bob.
Exactly, but the knowledge you gained might be useful.
I did not want to use my local storage space for this.
Then put it into your RAM. Heated insulation door.
The ice on the floor is slick.
We can punch it. Oh, God.
Leave it to me.
Yuri Katsuki?
Eros!
Good exhibition. That'll score high.
It would have been perfect if I had a tight black bodysuit.
Maybe you can do a Javier Fernandez routine next.
Those who don't fight won't survive! Ah!
I'm surprised I took the right solution to this. Oh, great. We have 2 solutions for the next one. What was the next one? Oh, yeah, Iris. Right.
Damn! He's too strong! It sucks, but this is war after all! Tessa, may the glory of victory be yours!
It's over.
I suppose we have no choice but to find the glory of victory.
What are these, actually? Just plates. Forklift.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Let's try the ice cutting machine first.
A machine used for cutting ice.
Move it. Yeah, that is okay. I should have used it. Now that I think about it.
I can't do that with this body.
I don't think it would even matter.
Okay, that was a huge mistake on my side. Okay.
Iris is on the platform.
Throw eyes at her. Wake her. Ears. What? What?
Tessa's catchphrase.
Yeah, if anything is gonna make her react, it's that.
All right. Ears!
Head said, ped, A said!
No, not you!
This will probably not help wake Iris.
True.
Iris is on the platform.
Bro, I said.
This is an ice cold one.
Just throw it.
Yeah.
No good, huh?
I believe that Ota has to be the hero of this story.
Oh, I'm a silly boy.
And he needs a little more motivation.
Yeah, my bad. Just
A
turn this machine
used for
on.
cutting ice.
Turn on. 300 seconds. That's just ridiculous.
Iris will be cut in two if you turn on the power. Are you thinking that might be the motivation Ota needs? It may only be a dream, but it could severely damage Ota's mental health.
You're right. I didn't think about that. Let's not do that.
Oh, cool.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
A machine used for cutting ice.
Great. So I can't do that. Why is this a thing? Except it isn't. That's the frozen forklift. Well, I'm not gonna make it in the first try.
A forklift.
Are you kidding me? All of this is killing me instantly. Oh well. Pray. I cannot push it. Well, guess I'm going to try this.
What? Sortie?
Sortie. It's French.
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed. All systems green. Synchronization rate 6%. Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
What happened?
It has reversed in time.
I don't think this ending is acceptable. We're forgetting something.
Right. I had a feeling.
And we're dead.
Date, our broadcast is coming to an end.
Our broadcast?
What will happen to our hero? Tune in next week to find out.
There is no next week. Damn it.
Welcome to my operation. And we opened the body. Oh my god, this will be challenging. Turn in next week when we continue this operation. What shall we do with the patient until then? Leave him here. My god, don't make it complicated. What was the fast forward button? What was the fast forward button?
Can you please take me with you?
Control. Okay.
The ice on the floor is slick.
We're gonna slide on it.
Leave it to me.
Okay. I think this is why we interact with the oil drum here.
An oil drum, though it is lying down.
Smell. Roll? Go inside. Okay.
Acetone? Acet? What is this?
God.
I don't want to die.
Just imagine that, like a polar bear standing in front of you and then grabs from the back a small knife. Because it's not like he has 10 knives and teeth to kill you. I know it's a cosplay, I get it, but still, it's so silly.
I eventually stopped thinking.
He thinks?
That's Tessa! Stand your ground! Oda Matsushita cowers to no one!
Here we open one specific way, but there's another. The fact that I have to do this Somnium twice is
I have
horrible.
to fight back with something!
I wonder what it is.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
The next is the bear. The next is the bear, but
A remote control. It fell when Ota ran into the shelf. Nothing is happening.
Maybe there's no power.
okay. So I cannot interact with this guy. Okay, so the remote control apparently has no power. We do not possess any batteries, nor a cord to power, but that over there looks like something we could use.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
It appears to be a power panel.
Pray. I would say jump? But we are too small, so throw. Despite that
This
it doesn't
is an
look like a
ice-cold
button.
one.
Iba, aim for the switch.
Position target in the center and hit the switch. Position target in the center and hit the switch.
Okay, that's weird.
Now it will move! I can't stand. I'm weak.
From what? You didn't even get any hit or what?
Did he really help Iris like that?
Regardless of the truth, right now, I am Ota's last hope. I have to help him up.
This is annoying.
What's this shit? Well, I guess we press the button.
A remote control. Here it goes. I hear some sounds, but no response. I'm not sure I should press it. Ota might need to.
Yeah, Ota.
Ota looks frightened. He cannot stand.
Okay. Call is not going to work. Only the other three will work. The weird part is that motivate and encourage is the same thing. Let's encourage.
You're so cool, my shiny, glittery Ota. So cool.
The ghost inside me whispered, "Yeah, I am cool, huh? From now on, this is my stage!" Maybe this!
Holy. Okay. I mean, that's not what really happened, but okay. Maybe it is, maybe it's not.
Dante, you've hit the limit. Time's up.
Wait, I can almost make out their face.
Pewter, force shutdown.
Stop! Stop it!
Okay. Okay, maybe it happened like that. Look at that smug polar face he had. I have questions. I have questions. So, if this actually happened like that, if it actually happened like that and he, well, hurt the guy, the person in the costume like that, then they would still have this wound. Point one. But the more important thing is, if it was like that, then we have two blood types on this blood puddle, in this blood puddle. Why did nobody notice that there were two kinds of bloods in this puddle? What is our investigation research team doing? Sleeping? Like literally. It's your guy.
What were you thinking? You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. Any longer and you risk getting your mind completely taken over by the subject.
I know.
No, you clearly don't. This isn't just about you, Date. If your consciousness erodes inside of Somnium, you put the subject in danger as well.
If I may? Fortunately, there were no abnormalities detected in the brainwaves after the sync. Date and Ota both read normal, although the timing was really close.
What was I supposed to do? You saw it, boss. You too, Pewter. I was about to see the culprit's face.
Not necessarily. We need to verify that Ota did in fact see the culprit's face. That's the only way it could have ended up in his Somnium.
Well, Ota?
Huh?
You saw the killer's face at the warehouse, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see their face. If I did, I would have told you guys already.
Leave him dead. Yeah.
You see?
I mean, I did try to get a look at them when the polar bear fell over. They looked like they were knocked out, so I tried to grab the head part. But as soon as I did, I got stabbed in my gut.
This? See this? See this? This is the knife from his mom. That's the knife from his mom. Why did his mom try to... I mean... His mom hates Iris. That I get. She thinks she's the devil because she influenced her son. But it makes no sense that she would stab her own son. Like, yes, she has dementia, but she has not like a psychological problem that she switches personalities. As far as we know, of course. But that is definitely Mayumi's knife.
That is what we witnessed in his Somnium.
Why is not even Aiba picking this up?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. This shouldn't be. Even, like, at least Aiba should notice this. Offer genuine apology.
I know it was dangerous to sink past the time limit. That was my fault, and I'm sorry.
Are you really sorry?
Yes.
Then you owe me some Dom P at my favorite club in Kabukicho.
Dom P.
Or you can lick my shoes.
Oh. No thanks.
Either or.
I vowed to never apologize for anything ever again. Give me that shoe. About my brainwaves and Ota's.
It's all right. As I mentioned earlier, both your brainwaves are normal. However, I'm sure there was some overload. You should go home and get some rest.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I've been better. I'm still a little drowsy.
What about your stab wound?
My what? Oh! Oh, it hurts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It started acting up suddenly. Ow! It's because you grabbed me and forced me to come here, Date!
Don't blame me, that was Boss.
I'll sue you for this!
Oh, come on.
Or, how about this? Get me one of the straws Tessa used, and I won't sue you.
Back into otaku.
I see Ota is back to his healthy self.
Guess so.
Give him the straw, then sue him for harassment. That's actually quite clever. Why were you hiding the knife in your room?
Because I was scared.
Scared?
The killer could come here to finish the job.
But you didn't get a good look at their face, right?
But they don't know that. I had it prepared just in case. You know what I'm talking about, right, Date? Preparing in advance in case you might need it. Like making sure your room is nice and clean before you go to a party. Oh, sorry. You probably don't have any experience with that.
I have more experience than you.
About the hook and the polar bear's leg.
Ota, let me ask you something.
Do you like leggies?
When you were fighting the polar bear back at the warehouse, did the crane hook get stuck on the polar bear's leg?
Okay, next complaint. Point 1. Why didn't they notice there are two kinds of blood in the blood puddle? Next point. Why did nobody notice there is blood on this hook? If this is true, of course.
Now that you mention it, maybe it did.
Maybe?
It's like I told you, I don't really remember much. With all the tension and excitement and fear and adrenaline, my mind just went blank. But now that we're talking about it, I remember.
Look, here's the thing. If we find out that this guy, this person in the suit, was wounded by that hook, then we have literally to fire everybody from the investigation research team that take like blood samples, look at the crime scene, like fire them all. Because apparently they're completely incompetent.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg. And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
Date, I checked all of the hospitals in the metropolitan area. None have a record of a patient admitted after 3 a.m. with a wound to the left leg.
If what I saw in Somnium is how it happened in real life, that was a deep wound. He definitely would have needed first aid.
Perhaps a friend or accomplice helped them.
You think there are multiple killers?
That is not what I said. They may have helped the culprit, but not necessarily been involved in the crimes.
I relayed the information to Boss and Pewter.
So we know that the culprit has a deep wound on their left leg. That information could be crucial in catching them.
Date, get out there. Look for people with an injured left leg.
Yes, because I go through an entire city like Tokyo and ask every person I encounter, could you please drop your pants so I can look at your left leg? Well, thank you.
How exactly?
Can't you just go ask around or something?
Are you kind of drugged? Are you high? Did you drink?
Are you serious? Do you know how many people live in this city? What?
Date, what is the matter?
I died.
Date!
Are you alright?
Seaside. Seaside? Sea salt? Pepper and salt? Oh, I got whiplash from all the bullshit happening. Too much otaku.
Hey, this is...
A nice ceiling.
Oh, you're alive.
Mitsuki?
She sounded so disappointed.
What happened?
You drank too much at the club and passed out.
Liar. I remember everything until I collapsed in the control room.
You did something dangerous during the sink last night, didn't you? Your brain got overloaded and you passed out. That's what Pewter and Boss said.
You met them?
They brought you over. They said to let you sleep it off because you were tired from the investigation.
No. Did Boss and Pewter say anything?
Oh, Date's brain is rotting away. He won't last long now.
Oh no.
You should probably prepare for a funeral soon.
So they told you I'm completely fine, huh?
I detect no noticeable damage to your brain. You should not have any issue continuing the investigation.
Don't you have school?
I'm off today.
Why? Today's Tuesday, you should have school.
Today is Wednesday.
You really can be an insensitive jerk, can't you? I'm taking the day off for mourning.
I see.
Where's Ota?
He probably went back to the hospital.
Boss told Mizuki about Ota being synced. And about what happened at the cold storage warehouse.
Why did she tell her all that?
Mizuki was asking about the status of the investigation. The girl has lost both her parents. I am sure Boss felt that she deserved to know.
Time to get back to the investigation.
Hey, will you take me with you?
I told you yesterday, Mizuki. I won't put you in danger like that.
But you're close to catching the culprit, right? The killer has an injury on their left leg. Boss said you need to find them. Let me help you.
No, you stay here.
Date, don't you know how I feel? My parents are dead. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy. Date, please.
Mizuki. Look what you did.
Date, consider Mizuki's feelings. She is lonely. Mizuki has not been with Renju and Shoko for 4 years. But clearly, she still feels a bond to them. A bond that was broken by the murderer. With her parents gone, Mizuki has almost no one. She can only depend on one person now. You know to whom I am referring.
Tell Mizuki that you will take her with you.
Fine, let's go.
You're gonna take me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Date.
I got up, grabbed the towel from the sink and tossed it at Mizuki.
Here, wipe your tears. We're heading out.
Mizuki quickly dabbed her eyes with the towel and smiled weakly.
Date, I must admit I am at a disadvantage. The clue that the culprit is injured on their left leg does not help me narrow down suspects significantly.
We need to revisit the scene. It's possible that we might find the culprit at one of the crime scenes.
Or ask around the city for further information.
Yes, because the culprit comes back to the crime scene, right? Because that is the dumbest thing you could do. Oh, random person, what are you doing on a crime scene? Oh, I was just wandering around. Is that a weapon in your hand? Oh, don't mind it. Don't mention it. It's fine. Right.
I remember telling you before that Bloom Park is an important part of my memories. Before it shut down, I came here a lot with Daddy and Mom. They fought a lot. But sometimes they got along. Whenever we were here, it was one of those sometimes days. I remember it clearly. I was just a little girl, but it was so rare to see them laughing together. That's why I remember it so well. I remember riding the merry-go-round like this. Mom was standing right next to me.
This is a crime scene, by the way.
She was holding me, so I wouldn't fall.
Have you come here before with friends?
Other than last Friday? Nope, I haven't. This place has been off limits for almost a decade. Even if it wasn't, I don't think I would want to come back here.
Why is that?
How can I explain it? I guess I just wanted to keep that memory beautiful. I didn't want to ruin it or replace it with another. But in the end, it was replaced with the worst memory possible.
Where was Renju when you were on the horse?
Daddy was on the outside taking pictures of me and Mom. He was on the other side of the fence with an old camera. Every time we passed in front of him, Mom and I would wave our hands. We sound like a happy family, huh?
He must have gotten good pictures.
No, actually. We tried developing them at the park, but they came out all blurry and out of focus. But Mom wasn't mad or upset or anything. She just started laughing. That might have been the first and last time the three of us laughed out loud together.
I didn't say anything as Mizuki climbed down from the horse. Then she asked me something strange.
Hey, Date, how do you define family?
Define it? You mean like being blood related?
That would mean you and I could never be family. Well, I guess that's okay.
It's okay.
This is what I think. A family is a perfectly ordinary relationship in the most ordinary way.
Huh?
Like, you say, I'm home, and you get a welcome home back. Doing those ordinary things automatically, without even thinking about it, is what a family is. That's why maybe me and Mom and Daddy weren't able to be a family. Our whole lives, we never could be ordinary. Even if I tried my hardest to be normal, it would just be awkward. Eventually, I got tired of trying. I killed them.
What?
I killed Mom and Daddy.
What are you saying?
I was never a good girl. I didn't listen to Mom. I couldn't do ordinary things. That's why Mom hit me. And why Mom and Daddy didn't get along. And why they got divorced. Then Mom had to start working and start doing business with dangerous people. If I was just a good girl.
No. I'm sorry. That the problem is that she thinks that is her fault. It is not. That's the problem, right? When you have a situation like this and parents don't get along and everybody is living apart, children often think it was their responsibility for the entire thing going down that way. It is not. Parents are just people. They are usually a woman and a guy, and we are all individuals. We have our good sides, bad sides, we have our problems. If a family falls apart, that has, in almost all cases, never to do anything with their children. That's something that children don't understand when they are young, but they most likely gonna understand when they get older, because they start to understand that their parents are just people. And people are not perfect, people make mistakes. And you start to understand, to see their situations from different views. And you might start to understand what led to that. And you might even understand why it happened. And in the best case, you also understand that it is okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay because you understand the viewpoints and the standpoints of both parents. So yeah, never go in this direction when something like that happens, that you think it was your fault.
Mom wouldn't have been killed. All of this, is all my fault.
Why me?
Hey, haven't you had enough?
Why me?
I'm not married, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's not just you, right? Doesn't every family have a tough time raising children?
Our child is abnormal.
Abnormal?
Ever since she was a baby. No child should cry at night as much as she did. No child should dislike buggy rides that much. No child should ask to be picked up and hugged all the time.
Perfect example. It's not her fault. You see, the mother makes this a problem. She sees it as a problem.
She's still abnormal even now. Other children would have learned to clean up after themselves by now. They would be studying, going to bed on time, waking up on time. Yet why is my little girl?
She sounds like a normal kid to me. Maybe the problem isn't with Mizuki. Maybe it's you.
I'm doing more than anyone. Our child is stupid, brain dead, abnormal.
Date, honey, you can't work her up like that.
What do you think?
I think she's loaded. Let her get this off her chest.
Listen to the rest of the story.
I quit my job for that girl. I threw away the career that I built with my own hands. I raised my child at the expense of my own life.
Well, that is what most parents have kind of to do. Not throw away their lives, but it is clear that you have to spend more time with a new family member for, well, quite a long time. But you don't have to give up your dreams or what you're doing. It is about making compromises and adjustments.
But one little slap.
Are you hitting your kid?
There's nothing I can do. I have no choice. I know you should never raise your hand to a child. I know that. But I have a good reason. She doesn't listen to me, so what else am I supposed to do?
What the hell do you mean, what am I supposed to do? That's no reason to hit a child.
So of course she starts crying, and it's so irritating that I have to hit her again to get her to stop.
Doesn't work that way.
And Mizuki cries and cries some more.
But you can yeet the child. You can yeet everybody. Do a yeet, Coffee.
Why are you crying? If you're gonna cry, why didn't you just listen to me in the first place?
She's a child. She has a complete different standpoint.
Then I wouldn't have to hit you.
Stupid Mizuki. Stupid girl. It's not my fault. Everything is her fault.
Have you talked to Renju about this?
I'm trying. I'm trying harder than anyone. Why doesn't anyone see that? Why doesn't anyone understand?
There's the alcoholic cry.
Date.
Yeah, I'll talk to Renju about this.
It was my misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I thought that mothers love their children unconditionally.
There are exceptions.
But some mothers just can't do that. Well, no. Maybe she does love her. But she has a hard time of it. Shoko was never hugged by her mother. Not because her mother wasn't around. She was raised to never develop a sensitivity to affection. No hugs, no piggyback rides, nothing. Maybe that's why she doesn't know how to love Mizuki.
Maybe. Like, that can happen. You always have to consider, like, your parents. Your parents grow up under the ways of their parents. And that is at least one generation gap, if not more than that. The way your parents were raised by their parents has a big influence how they do their own parenting. Not always, but very often it has at least an influence in it.
When an animal raised in captivity gives birth, sometimes it just doesn't know how to raise its young. It's just like that.
What are these weird-ass questions like, did you lose weight? What do you think?
Why are you asking me about raising a child,
Yeah, good point.
Really? You're not even going to say, oh no, Mama, you'd be a great mother.
She has a point. Do you feel bad about Shoko?
But that doesn't mean she's blameless in all this. Someone has to put a stop to it.
If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago.
What about counseling?
I did recommend that. She told me, I'm not sick. Why should I go see a doctor?
Yeah, that is always the worst excuse. She doesn't see any fault in her behavior, which is not good, by the way.
Mizuki is the problem. Mizuki is the sick one.
Maybe it's best if Mizuki and Shoko are separated.
No, Mizuki would never leave Shoko. She wouldn't hear of it. Mizuki and Shoko are practically attached at the hip.
Even with all of the hitting?
Yes. Even if she's abused on a daily basis, even if she's treated like garbage... Maybe. Mizuki is hungry for love. She craves praise and attention and physical affection. She wants it from her mother. That's why she's so attached.
Couldn't you step in and take over the parenting?
I have a company now.
Lemniscate.
And we're at a crucial stage of development. I can't take even a single second out of my day to deal with a kid.
Hey, that's your daughter you're talking about. Maybe because you two can't cooperate on raising a child, Shoko is having trouble coping.
That might be it. Maybe this is partially my fault.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. You two are both awful parents.
True.
I knew about the whole thing. That's why 4 years ago, I decided to start taking care of Mizuki.
Mizuki, you did nothing wrong. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. Not one single thing was your fault.
True.
Huh? Why are we at the shrine?
Ah yes, generational trauma.
Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
No, I don't believe in God.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
And don't call me a teen. You're 12.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
That's not even remotely similar.
So why are we really here?
I sometimes come here when an investigation stalls. It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here. This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
The one thing that irritates me about this shrine is, why is the ground all dirt? Why is this not all grass?
Same thing.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
About your training.
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah, it's been a while since we came here last.
I have nothing more to teach you. Let us see the results of your training.
Leave it to me!
Begin!
How's that?
Well, this is on you.
Hey! What are you two doing?
Mizuki, run for it!
Wait for me!
Question: who would win in a fight? Mizuki, 12-year-old, or Ryu? About the bullies.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to pry.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things. So I broke all their front teeth.
Damn, son. You know, you could, like, break a bone in the body instead of something that will not heal or grow back.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on, come on!
Oh, I'm sorry, but you didn't throw in 100 yen, so therefore your wishes
did
and
you ask
prayers will not work.
To leave this boring place as soon as possible. And you?
It's a secret. When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
So we are stuck now in this temple. Great.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh? Anyway, where to next?
That's just plain mean what she's doing. Let's be honest. Haha, your wish is not gonna come true.
This is where Iris and Ota almost got killed, right? It gives me goosebumps.
You scared? That's rare. You need to chill.
You need to get better jokes.
Oh, I understand. Chill, meaning both cold and relax. A pun intended.
Don't explain it, it's embarrassing.
I'm sure Ebitsun likes the explanation.
Ota was down around here, right?
Correct.
The bloodstains there must belong to Ota.
Correct.
No.
Wait. That's where the polar bear's leg was pierced by the hook.
As an AI, I didn't notice.
Date, I've analyzed the blood. The bloodstain here is not from a single person.
No shit.
2 different blood types are present. One of them is most likely Ota's. The other...
Hey, do you have DNA forensics on that bloodstain?
Of course, yeah. I already sent it to the lab to be analyzed. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Why are you waiting?
Because that blood is from Ota Matsushida's wound, right? I didn't think there was any need to rush the results.
Tell them we need it analyzed urgently. Highest priority. The culprit's blood is mixed with Ota's.
Yes, sir. Understood.
But don't tell them about that. It's a secret mission to see if they figure out that there are 2 blood types in it.
You did it, Date. We're making progress.
If this goes well, we can identify the criminal with a single test.
We could.
But it might take some time for the results to come out. No point waiting here. We might as well check somewhere else.
Got it.
Can I say that? A hook went into the culprit's leg. Take a blood sample from the hook, so you don't have to figure out which one is Ota's and which is someone else's blood from the blood puddle. Is it so difficult? What is this? Like, hire me. Like, I have 0 education in this, and I'm doing a better job than the people who have an education on this. What is this? I wanna cry. Makes me mad. Oh no, it's Boopzilla. Why? Hi Bob, you came at the right time for Boopzilla. It's my favorite receptionist. I want to touch your two big...
Oh, this is embarrassing. But okay.
God, she's such a star.
Seriously? Really?
Yep.
I sprinted to the desk. Then she sealed her mouth shut tight and puffed out her cheeks. I poked them with the tip of my finger. They were surprisingly soft.
Date, what are you doing?
Sorry, what?
Does this have anything to do with the investigation?
No.
Mizuki punched me in the gut and dragged me back to where I was. Also, I just died. Have you seen anyone with an injured leg?
Nope, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab.
Amazing.
What? Sounds horrifying.
By the way, what's your cup size? Because I need to make some ramen with cup noodles.
Oh, 2.
Well, of course it would be 2 cups.
3 cups would be a nightmare.
Yes, you should just tell that to a person on Mars.
Date, why are you asking that?
Let's go to Atami together.
Huh?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm putting the investigation on hold. I'm going to Atami with her. I've made up my mind. You can't stop me.
Side effects of the medication. This is acute brain failure.
Wait, are you serious?
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking?
No.
Date, you're being annoying again.
Do you know how angry I can get, Date?
Show me.
Let's go to Atami.
Okay.
I took her hand and led her out of Lemnis Gate. I left Iba behind. Oh my god. Wow, the game is really pulling that off. Thus concludes the case of the new Cyclops serial killer. Goodbye, police officer live. Hello, Atami, Shizuoka. I decided to begin life anew as a carnival worker in the hot springs town. The end. Dante's Atami date route. End. Yes? What did I just witness? Wonderful. This is a good place to stop. Yes.